Welcome back to Next Top Singer. We are still in the casting round. Please watch episode 1 for an introduction. We had an incredible 159 auditions this year, an all-time record. We on P3 Shows want to thank you all for auditioning and joining us in this special edition. Auditions are now closed, and everyone will be receiving their results towards the end of May. To make it in, you have to get a yes signal from at least 2 of the judges. 2 no signals means you are out. If you make it in, please read the description for instructions, and don't forget to confirm your role.
We were playing in the sand, and you found a little band. You told me you fell in love with it, hadn't gone as I planned. When you had a bid adieu, said you never love anew. I wondered if I could hold it and fall in love with it too. You told me to buy a pony, but all I wanted was you. Hi, my name is Wizard or Nova, preferably being called Nova, or Juliana if you have to have my real name. I am an autistic 13-year-old, and I have come to show the world that even if you weren't born the right way, you can still do lots of amazing things. I hope you have a lovely day and enjoyed the song. Thank you.
Hi Nova, thank you for auditioning. Your audition sounded a little bit nervous, but I'm interested to see what you can do with more confidence in your song and just a better song overall to showcase your full capabilities. You had a lot of sustained notes that didn't really come across as great or bad, but I did notice a lack of breath support in the middle of the piece. I honestly think that confidence would take this performance up a few notches. I think you're somebody that I want to hear sing more with something you're more comfortable with.
You have good control of your vocal. The vibrato was a little shaky. The singing was a little off-key towards the end. I also noticed that the song was only in head voice, so I would like to see you diversify a little bit. But you do have a solid overall vocal, and you do have potential.
Sweet voice, but you have no power. You are throat singing and straining. You need diaphragm support. Though you had a little bit of range in your lower register, but bathroom is not ideal for recording because it gets echoey. The pitch was okay though, but on the highest notes you lost control. Think about song choice next time, because this was not a competition song, because it shows no dynamics or range. Because of that, I actually gave this a no, but you are through anyways, so good luck in the next round, basically. Any objections to that, or should we move on?
We should move on.
Okay.
Let's keep calm and carry on.
Stop the clock. Take time out. Time to regroup before you lose the bout. Lines on your face are getting longer. Feel like you're treading water, but the riptide's getting stronger. They're singing happy birthday, you just want to lay down and cry. Not just another birthday, it's 3090. Why can't you stay 29? Hell, you still feel like you're 22. Turn 30, 1990, bang, you're dead. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do?
You have a great tone. I felt like it really did justice to the original song. You had such good energy and expression, and I really felt like it captured the essence of the song. You have great control of your vocal, and overall it was a really solid performance, and I'm excited to hear more.
Yeah, totally. So welcome back, Katie. This is the winner of season 3, by the way, if you guys didn't know. So yeah, super exciting. You have an amazing crisp tone and power, as always. Lots of energy, but you did lose a little bit of control on the belting. And I understand for a raw audition you're not going to edit as much, but make sure to use compressor or we're gonna be shocked by the belting.
What can you do?
The song choice is kind of boring to me because it's very repetitive, especially for an a cappella audition. But still, it's a good job and excited to see more.
Nice. Hi, Katie. Great example of a musical theater piece being both bombastic and melodic. Good sustain and control over your staccato. I love your vibrato, and as I kept listening, I liked it more and more. However, I wasn't really in favor of your specific stylistic choice of when you belted, "What can you do?" And I would advise taking that down a few notches to just tie it in with the overall sound of the piece.
Some will go and some will stay. Make amends and wait for me. Or catch the plane and wait for me to know the devastation. Oh no, another rainy day. Yesterday I woke afraid, unable to discern if her fears were even tangible. Yet again I slept so poor.
I personally don't like this throaty, drawling type of singing, but your piece is technically well done. The second part was better than the first. It was very controlled and not too breathy. I just didn't feel like I could give higher because the sound didn't sound pleasant for me. I definitely think it's the throatiness that made that decision for me, and it was a little bit too much. I did giggle when I heard the "oh no," and I wish I could have heard some harmonies in here. Based on the original, I see why you did what you did, but I just wish that you had chosen a different stylistic approach.
I don't have too much to add. All I said is that I love this kind of tone. It's kind of a gothic rock, something unique, something different to a lot of the other entries, and I loved it, and I want to see more.
Yeah, so for me, you have a very sultry voice. I love low female voices, and I like your whispering because it was kind of like ASMR to me, but no dynamics and range except for the low notes. Overall, you have good control, but on some notes you lost the pitch, and there was also an audio glitch in the end, so do polish your next entry.
Some will go. The paper says it's doomsday. The button has been pressed. We're gonna nuke each other up, boys, till old Satan stands impressed. And here it is, our final night alive, and as the earth burns to the ground, oh girl, it's you that I lie with, as the atom bomb locks in. Oh, it's you I watch TV with, as the world caves in.
Abyss, I am just absolutely in love with this audition. You have an incredible vibrato. It's probably the best vibrato in this competition, or at least one of them, so really well done with that. I really felt the emotion in my soul. I mean, this is the best cover of this song I have ever heard in the show. Excellent pitch, excellent control, there is dynamics and range. I only really miss the belting, so that you could show us all the different dynamic levels. Then I'm just left wondering, why did we eliminate you again last season? Really excited to see what you can bring this time.
I actually know why you guys eliminated Libby's. It was because of some problems in pitch control, which have been drastically fixed in this cover. Yeah, so I didn't have much to say on this because I really enjoyed this performance, but I love the power and soul behind this audition, and I could honestly listen to this on repeat.
I feel exactly the same way. It's such a gorgeous voice. The tone of your voice, the the vibrato, the control. I could tell that you were using a very powerful mix, but the power behind it wasn't doing too much either. Some people tend to very much overpower the song when they go hard on certain notes, but I felt like with you, it was restrained, but you also weren't holding back. It was a very nice balance. I felt like you did the song very, very good justice, and definitely one of my favorite performances that I've heard.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been a ruin now, many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, so my new blue jeans. Daddy was a gambling man way down in New Orleans.
So GL Graves, this is a boring audition song to me. You don't have to start from the beginning when you have a time limit, because you only gave us the intro of the song. Give us the best part of the song instead. Brandon from episode 1 did this song in one of the only acceptable ways you can do this for an audition. You had no dynamics and not much range. Not great control because the runs went a little flat. But you have a beautiful vibrato though, and the low notes were impressive for a female. I detect some strain towards the end, but the first phrase sold me on this audition, so it's still a yes.
Hi, JL Graves. I try not to make comparisons because I feel like if I did, I would have voted this out. I just couldn't feel anything from this performance. Nothing gripped me, and it was sung with the intention of learning how to sing it. At least that's what I felt. It felt like a practice take. It's good enough to pass off for me, but the next entry definitely has to bring something more than just singing the notes because they're there. Sing a song you like and will also show off your strengths. I'd like to see something a little more delicate, maybe contemporary from you.
Okay. I agree with both of your feedbacks. I did enjoy the up-down with the first part, and I felt like it really suited your voice, but I was expecting it to go somewhere after that, and for me it didn't. When you did attempt those higher notes, they felt out of control, they felt strained, it didn't feel like you could really hit them. Unfortunately, the up-down did make the audition one-dimensional, but I do think that your voice is good enough to make a passing vote, and like Arya said, you definitely need to step up your game for the next round, push yourself, and do something that is going to blow us away.
Straight line and cigarettes, politics and deficits, late B's and overGs, screaming and hollering, but still you want me. I always let you down. You're shining on the ground, still I find you there next to me. And all stupid things I do, I'm far from good, it's true, but still I find you next to me.
I gotta go first because you guys are mean to this audition. No. What are you doing? Okay, so Valentin, I think you really have what it takes. You have fantastic clean belting. I'm a huge fan of that. I love the raspiness and the smoothness and the range. You have such versatility, I can imagine. Don't be afraid to sing in French though, because English seems to be a little bit challenging for you. It wasn't bad though, but you will always have a better chance if you are more comfortable in the way you sing. In the language you sing. It's a bit of a shame that you went a little bit flat, for example, in Next to Me in the middle, but that's super nitpicky. It's such a minute detail, but it's gonna be more noticeable on sustained notes since you hear them longer. This was still incredible to me. This unfortunately means that you can't get a 10 from me, but it was so very close. So why were you meanies?
I think Emma should explain herself first.
Yeah, 6.5. Wow.
So for me, I feel it's it's a personal opinion. I did not enjoy the tone of the vocal. I feel like it's an interesting and it's a unique vocal that I think maybe is not something that I listen to regularly. So it kind of took me off guard. I do think that you have great control and power. There were some struggles with diction. I was struggling to make out all of the words, but there is a lot of potential here. For me, I didn't hear anything crazy or anything that really swept me off my feet, but I do think that it is something that can be grown over time, and I think the next round has the potential to wow me. I just didn't feel it in this round.
What? The belting, hello? Are you deaf? No, I'm kidding. But this was one of the ones that I considered for best performance. It blew me away.
Wow.
So don't listen to Emma.
I guess we see belts differently. I think for me, belts aren't the thing that I'm looking for necessarily.
Yeah, but very few people in this competition can do that. So I think that is a skill that we can't underestimate.
I definitely will give credit where it's due. Those belts were insane.
Yeah, and you said something more. What was it again? I really should take notes because I'm going to listen to this afterwards and think, why didn't I say that? Damn it. Okay, that comes with the territory. But I think we can hear Aria's opinion first. Maybe it would come to me.
I was like, yeah, while you're thinking, maybe I'll say a little bit about what I thought of it. Just a little. I'm pretty much going to echo what Emma said because the performance wasn't really outstanding or entertaining to me, but it wasn't bad of a listen either. Belts don't do it for me. They don't tickle that nice spot that they do Petri. And I really enjoyed the first powerful note, but for the first 17 seconds, I was questioning the song choice. And after every re-listen, I kept questioning that first 17 seconds. Even though it got so much better afterwards, the first 17 seconds was like a shot in the foot.
Okay, for me, the winner of this competition is someone who succeeds in doing difficult things, and belting is difficult for most people. It requires such technical prowess to really support your voice properly and project properly, and I mean, it's so much technical skill that goes into that.
I know, but we're not talking about the winner. We're just talking about making it through to the next, and I feel like it was good enough to get through and good enough for the score that I gave it, but not good enough to win this round.
Well, I am talking about a potential winner of the round at least, and it is going to come back later if he so happens to make it far, but we don't know yet, so okay. At least he's through.
All right.
I really don't know what you want.
Oh, I would never vote him out.
It's definitely a yes. It just wasn't a hard yes for me. Like it wasn't top performance for me.
Okay.
We're gonna disagree a lot, aren't we? I feel this.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you?
This is going to start off pretty negatively, but it's not negative about this audition in its entirety. But this song is my second least favorite song in the history of possible audition songs.
Same.
Yep.
Damian, you had a really odd southern drawl throughout the entire piece. It's legato and extended the whole entire time, and you really did nothing to spice it up or make make it interesting. It sounded like you were singing in a monotone, and it doesn't sound like a love song. It sounds like you were learning it, just absent-mindedly humming it to yourself. I'm wondering if this is your genre of music that you love, why didn't you do something like Nat King Cole's Nature Boy, or even Moon River? Those are songs that you could do so much more with a cappella.
Do we want to get something positive in there before I do mine? Emma?
I'll be completely honest. My feedback on this was not positive. It was more the fact that there were definitely things that needed improving on, but to me, it was still a passing score. It was still the baseline of going through to the next round. The feedback I had is that the voice is very nasally and flat in places. The nasalness maybe isn't something that can be helped. I have a very nasal singing voice, but it felt overly nasally to me to where it was hindering the performance. The vibrato also didn't feel controlled at all, and I felt there was a general lack of control in the performance. However, I did hear a little something, a little sliver of potential, and so that is why I gave you a 5, because I wanted to hear what you would put together for the next round.
Oh, I may have done it again, because it was a 4.5, but it was a green 4.5. Oops.
Wow, Petri.
Does that mean that Damian's through?
Yes. Oops.
Oh, yay! So I am going to hear you again.
I did a little bit of scare there. Okay, well.
Now you guys are making me look like the mean one. Why did you laugh at the same exact time?
We're plotting against you, Aria.
Yeah. So for me, Damon, I said this was very nasal. The vocal placement was off to me. It was also a bad song choice. Like Aria already talked about, it was very slow and soft and sing-songy, like I talked about in the trailer. You need to pick a better competition song that shows dynamics and range. You have a nice vibrato though. It was a little bit shaky on the pitch, but you have potential for round 2. That's where my vote came from. It's always the 4.5s. Those make me blind.
You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. If you see me coming, better step aside. A lot of men didn't, a lot of men died. One fist of iron, the other of steel. If the right one don't get you, then the left one will. You load 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
Huh? Are you?
What?
We're not going to talk about it.
This is a...
We're not
We are going to talk about it.
We are going to talk about it. I think Arya should go first and explain herself, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened?
This had great mic quality, and I would say more about the positives in the beginning, but I wrote my notes in quite odd order, so it didn't feel like it. This song hardly left B and D sharp in terms of note, and they were hit pretty shakily as well. Either the vibrato was getting in the way of maintaining pitch, or maintaining pitch was just hard. It was hard to judge this musically since it sounded like you were chatting with me the entirety of the piece, and this song in general is hard to sing to its full effect without the instrumental, which is unfortunately because I like Vaulik's voice in general. Like, I really like Vaulik's voice, but it's just that the spectacular voice didn't come through in the singing, and I was judging the singing.
Okay,
See,
so
I had
from
the
the South
complete
Pole
opposite.
to the North Pole, here we go.
Honestly, this was one of my favorite auditions. I said in my notes, everything is perfection. I did not hear the issues with the pitch. Maybe it's because I don't know the song. I've never heard the song. I was going purely off of the audition. The character in the voice, those little growls, those little inflections, the control of the vocal. I was debating making this was my top performance. This was in my top. This was definitely a contender. And for me, this blew me away. So I don't know what I'm hearing and what you're hearing, but I feel like we're hearing different people. I'm not going to lie.
I know. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. I mean, no, I really don't understand this at all. But for me, Volik, I love the confidence in this. You're a great baritone with range in your higher register as well. There were some talk singing in this though, and that's not good for a short a cappella audition. I like the dynamics and the vibrato. You showed great potential. Remember to show versatility, but this is another great country voice. And like I have said, that is really my thing. So well done. It was not my top performance though, but I guess we can agree to disagree here unless we're gonna re-listen to this, because this is like crazy discrepancies.
I know. Yes. I mean, at least he got through, so we can hear what he's capable of next round.
Should we just take another listen to that?
I mean,
really
yeah,
quick?
I can open up my files and just listen.
Number 75.
Let's see.
You too, Emma. Maybe we have the wrong one.
Yeah, for me, I was bopping my head to this. This is one of my favorite audition songs ever.
Yeah, I think it was good, but it was nowhere near best performance for me. There were people who were like crazy belters, and I mean, this had dynamics, but it wasn't the strongest dynamic, and
I agree with that.
There were
this
some.
This was a contender
tough
for me.
singing.
I mean, all I can hear is more ways that I don't like it, because I don't think the glissandos were performed well at all.
Interesting.
Yeah,
we'll have to agree to disagree.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild to me. Just, maybe it's the song. Maybe on a different song that we'll be able to, agree more.
Technically, I am closer to Emma's score, but I don't agree with either of you. Actually, I think it kind of fell in the middle. Maybe high middle, but still middle.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
By the way, are
I'm
we
in the
doing
middle
top performances at the end?
What?
Yes.
Yes, best performance.
Okay,
in
perfect.
there.
Oh, right.
You thought this was better than BB? What?
I guess so.
No, I will never understand that. It's just that simple.
I'm hard to understand. It's okay.
It's not you, it's her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Are you gonna take me home tonight? Oh, down beside that red firelight. Are you gonna let it all hang out, fat bottom girls? You make the rockin' world go round. I was just a skinny lad, never knew no good from bad, but I knew life before I left my nursery. Ha! Left alone with big fat Fanny, she was such a naughty natty. He big woman, you made a bad boy out of me. I've been singing with my band, cross the water, cross the land. Well, I've seen every blue-eyed floozy on the way. Hey! But their beauty and their style went kinda smooth after a while.
Scott is back. So Scott, welcome back. This is the winner of 2020, if you didn't know, Emma. And
Ooh, okay.
You have very prominent harmonies in this, so it really gave a Queen feeling. Very powerful vocals, great energy. This was super strong, but there was no soft dynamic. I love the rasp though, but it was a pretty abrupt ending, so you need to end it a bit smoother next time. It was not a great place to end this, but still really excited to have you back and really great audition.
Welcome back, Scott, with the power as usual. I definitely liked the first half of the piece better than the second half. I didn't really like the lower octave you took on the harmonies, and the cutoff was very strange. I enjoyed the energy, but the whole audition was energetic, and eventually it got tiring for me to listen to. This cover is very faithful to Queen, but I can't help but wish for more during that solo part. It might have been better to flip around the sequence of things by singing the verse first and then the chorus next, instead of starting with the chorus like the original did.
Do we have a Harmony King of the season? And I think we have some very strong contenders for that title, including yourself. I love your voice, I love the harmonies, I love the richness and the warmth in your vocals. It's very hard to do Queen justice, and I do feel like you did in this scenario. You should be very proud of yourself for that. And I didn't have any critiques.
But you still gave an A.
I still gave an A because there's still more to give. There's always more to give.
Emma's like that one boxing coach that's like, come on, throw another one. Throw another one.
Exactly.
草むだに何も知れず咲いている花ならばただ風は受けながらそよいでいれば見けれど私はバラの定めに生まれた華やかに激しく生きろと生まれたバラは気高く咲いてバラは美しく散る
So if you guys didn't know, this was Isabelle from last season, the one that sang the Spanish entry, and Petri absolutely fell head over heels for.
I love Spanish singing.
Right?
I'm all for that.
Exactly. The moment I first saw this song, I was really anxious because this is a song that is hard to do technically, and it's also hard to capture the melody without an instrumental. I appreciate it that you pitched it down for yourself, Belle. That made this version more eerie, which really fit your expressive voice. A little awkward with the cutoff at the end. There was 4 seconds left, so I feel like you definitely could have kept the ending in there and just faded it out that way.
Yeah, so for me, Belle, welcome back. Beautiful voice, there is range and vibrato. The audio quality though is kind of mid-low. There's a lot of room noise and you are disappearing a bit into the silence in the background. Or, I mean, yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but you kind of disappeared in the recording. You also need more dynamics, but still well done and welcome back.
Belle, you have a very pretty voice. You have great control. I do want to see more from you, whether that's dynamics or something else. The audition was in your head/head mix, so maybe something with a bit of your chest voice, show off a different part of your voice, but it was a very, very nice audition and I'm excited to see more.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more auditions in the next episode. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.